Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Elise Reads and Speaks. Today's contestant on my bracket tournament is Nick. I love Nick. Nick is one of my fellow drama kids teachers, and we have taught a couple classes together, and we just work so well together. You know, when you just find that person that you're totally in sync with, and you just have the same thoughts and ideas, and each one of you makes the other better. Like, it's just one of those partnerships, and I love this guy so much. We also have the same sense of humor, which kind of works against us sometimes, because if I start laughing, then he starts laughing, and then I'm laughing because he's laughing, and it just never stops, which is wonderful, okay? So hopefully he gets something that's really gonna make me laugh during this tournament, because, oh man, I would enjoy it so much. Okay, Nick, let's see what you have chosen for round one.
Hey all you cool cats and kittens. I'm Nick Kersonis. I am Elise's colleague and friend. We're both drama teachers together. And I am here to do the bracket challenge. So let's get into it. I'm not super familiar with the YA books. I've read The Hunger Games. And I know a little bit about Divergent. But that's pretty much it.
Not sure if that's
My
on your
friend
list.
spoiled A Fault in Our Stars. I don't know if that's YA or not, but yeah, I couldn't finish it because he told me what happened. Anyways, matchup number one. A girl attends a boarding school where she discovers her ability for witchcraft versus two girls are kidnapped and taken to a magical school. It sounds very Harry Potter-ish. Got my Deathly Hallows shirt. Totally forgot. Boarding school where she discovers her ability for... Wow, this is a hard one. I think there's a little more drama in number two. Two girls are kidnapped and taken to a magical school. Mm-hmm. Not sure why a school is kidnapping students, but that's an interesting start to the story. Okay, matchup number two. A girl unknowingly shares her love letters with past loves, versus a girl competes to be the favorite and discovers that beauty can be deadly. Love letters with... How does she unknowingly do that? A girl competes to be the favorite and discovers that beauty can be... Beauty is pain. What can I say? Shoot. You're going to have to cut this one up, Elise.
Nope.
I'm going to go with number one. A girl unknowingly shares her love letters with past loves. I don't know how she unknowingly does that, so I'm intrigued to see how that happens.
Okay.
Next matchup. A girl attends a school for troubled youths and finds herself in the middle of an old centuries war. And then a girl discovers she has powers and is taken to court to train with other magical people to serve the government. Well, I'm a big history buff and war guy, but this girl's taken to serve some government. Shoot, that's hard. How does she attend a school for troubled youths and end up in an old war?
You'll have to read and find out.
I'm gonna go with the magic government, though. Girl with magic powers taken to court, because I like the intrigue, drama, murder sort of thing. All right, next matchup. A girl inserts herself into a virtual game and joins a famous team versus after deciding to end her life, a girl says goodbye to those who impacted her life. Oh, is that 13 Reasons Why?
It is.
I know the show, but I haven't read the book. Yeah, I'm going to go with the virtual game because, I like video games, so...
Come.
Girl inserts herself in virtual game. Next one. An elite and the country's most wanted criminal joins forces to take down the corrupted government. And then a girl switches from a peaceful community to a daring community.
That's right.
I think I know what that one is.
You do.
I knew a lot of my female friends talked about Divergent. I'm assuming that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
An elite. So I'm going to go with elite. Okay. The elite and the country's most wanted join forces to take down the corrupted government. That sounds more interesting to me, regardless if I knew what Divergent was.
Okay.
The next one. A girl discovers her ancestry and an inherited curse from the Trojan War versus in a world that has cured death and disease, two apprentices are taught the art of killing? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the hardest choice because both of those sound incredibly interesting. Because I love Greek mythology and history, so I'm curious what this curse from the Trojan War is. And
You
what
would
her
like the second
ancestry
one
is,
more.
even.
Go for number 2.
But the other one, a world where death and disease has been eradicated, but people are trying to bring back murder. That's cheeky. That's interesting.
Population control.
Oh, okay.
Really taking your time.
I gotta go with the art of killing. The two
Good choice.
apprentices are taught the art of killing.
You'd like that one more.
At least you have to tell me what that Trojan War one is. But I'm way more intrigued by that concept of people trying to bring all this horrible stuff back into a seemingly perfect world. Next matchup. A girl with a mysterious past finds herself in the middle of an intergalactic battle. And then versus a group of teens in high society try to plan for their futures through marriage alliances, scandal, and deceit. A girl with a mysterious past. I like space, but I like scandal and deceit. Mysterious past. Why is her past mysterious? Shoot.
Appreciate the thought that's going in here.
I'm going to go with a group of high society teens because I'm a bigger court drama fan than I am for space fighting. Next one.
Okay.
After the murder of her parents, a mortal girl is taken to Fairy and struggles to find her place.
Oh, you're my first one with
Versus
this one.
A girl travels through parallel dimensions to find her father's killer.
Go for number 1. Just
I'm
to make
curious
it
why
interesting.
Fairy's the only specific location, capitalized location I've had in any of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what Fairy is. And I think I've heard of the girl parallel dimensions thing. I think that was a movie recently. I'm going to go with after the murder of parents, a mortal girl is taken to Fairy and struggles to find her place.
Yeah.
So, those are my picks for round 1. Cheers.
Look at that. That was 7 minutes long. Those are some tough choices. I appreciate the dedication that you put into your choices. Now let's see what you chose. You went for School for Good and Evil, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, the Grisha Trilogy, Warcross, Legend, Scythe, The Lux, and Cruel Prince. You are my first one that has had Cruel Prince in your Sweet 16. I don't know why that hasn't popped up for anyone else, so I'm excited that it's at least made its way to round 2. All right, let's see what you pick for round 2. Next round 2, here we go.
All right, time for round 2. First one, Headmaster Woods Never. And the second one, Fake Box Pining. Someone's pining for something.
Yes.
Headmaster Woods Never what? Fake Box Pining. What is fake? I am really curious what this fake box pining is. So for first matchup, fake box pining. That's what I'm choosing.
Okay.
Next matchup, we have Darkling Fold Deer versus Power Up Phoenix Hacker. Darkling Fold Deer. What kind of fold? Laundry fold? Poker fold? Fold? Power Up Phoenix. What is there a Phoenix doing with a hacker? Oh, that's a hard one. That's hard because I'm really confused by both of them. I'm going to say Darkling Fold Deer.
All
I
right.
think I'm going with the ones that I just don't understand at all.
But you will, eventually.
All right, the next matchup. Military Republic Plague, much like us, versus Robe Restart Gleam. I like Military Republic Plague. Those are just all fun ideas.
All right.
All right, last matchup. City Socialite Historical versus Glamour, Betrayal, and Crown. Now, I know what a glamour is.
There we go.
If it is like the mythological version of a glamour, or if it literally means like glamorous.
No, first one.
But it'd be real if it's what I think it is, where a glamour is something that, you know, can make you pretend to be something else, can make
There
you
we
look like
go.
something else. That's really interesting. But I like the City Socialite Historical. So this is the hardest choice in round 2. I'm gonna do Glamour, Betrayal, Crown just because I'm curious. I want to see if it's the glamour I'm thinking of.
It is.
It might be just glamorous. All right, that's round 2 for you. Here we go.
All right. Man, you're keeping to all the boys I've loved before in there. But Cruel Prince has finally made it to round 3. Man, I feel like it just deserves some love. All right, what else did you have in there? I think you had Legend, right? Let me double check. Yeah, there was Legend. Oh, and Grisha Trilogy. I was happy that you went for Grisha over Warcross, just because, you know, 2 guys have already chosen Warcross. I want somebody else to choose something different. So I think you would be fine if you had Legend or Grisha or, you know, or Cruel Prince. I don't think you would be that happy if you got to all the boys I've loved before, but we'll see. Let's see what you pick for round 3. I just got Nick's round 3. Sorry. I'm a little tipsy right now because I have a 9-year-old at home that doesn't stop talking. And this is just how we get through that. Okay. Let's see what you have chosen. Oh, right. To all the boys I've loved before is still in your final 4. Oh, you're not going to like me if you end up with that one. I will find it comical. Okay. Let us see.
On to the next round. Celebrating in my onesie. So the first matchup is Nikolai versus Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, I haven't really enjoyed that many kitties in books or TV shows. I'm also allergic to cats, so I'm going to have to give it to Nikolai. But that's
Okay.
not the only reason. Elise and I have a student named Nikolai, and he's hilarious, so I just naturally was drawn to Nikolai. The other one is June versus Jude.
God.
This is tough. I gotta give it to Jude, though. Couple reasons. I just think it's a
Jude.
cool name.
Did you say Jude?
And I was born in May, so it would make sense for me to, go May.
Okay. He said
Alright.
Jude.
Really stupid reasons, but this is a really hard round, and it's the only way I could manage to pick. So, woo!
All right. So for the final 2, we have the Grisha Trilogy versus Cruel Prince. Which one do I think you'll like more? I don't know. I feel like there are elements in each that you would like more. God, I feel like my gut is telling me you'd like the Grisha Trilogy more, even though I like Cruel Prince more. Like, oh man, I am so sorry that I'm tipsy while filming this. So I read Grisha Trilogy for the first time this past year, and I mean, I liked it. I gave it like 3.5 stars, and I just knew that past Elise would have loved it. Like, this probably would have been like a 5-star for like past Elise. This is why I included it in the list. And I feel like you need to read the Grisha Trilogy in order to go on to Six of Crows, which I liked more than the Grisha Trilogy. So I just had to put it in there somewhere. I like the Cruel Prince more. I just think some of the characters in there are really like, oh, God, sorry, are really like evil. They're not nice. And I feel like you would have a problem with not nice. Not to say that like your life is a Disney movie, but I just feel like you wouldn't be as into the characters because they're not really redeemable, but that's why I like them. Well, you liked Game of Thrones, and some of those characters really suck, so maybe you would like Cruel Prince. I mean, I know that I am personally rooting for you to choose Cruel Prince, but my gut says you'd like Grisha Trilogy more. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's see what you choose for round 4. Here we go. Final round. All right, I gave Nick a choice between magic fantasy and fairy fantasy. Not to say that fairies don't have magic, but that was the only way I could really think to distinguish Grisha Trilogy versus Cruel Prince. All right, here we go.
Okay, so the last matchup is magic fantasy versus fairy fantasy. Magic fantasy is pretty standard. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, which they're different, but I don't know what fairy fantasy means, and it's not spelled traditionally. It's spelled F-A-E-R-I-E. So that's interesting. I like when people spell things in unique ways. So there's a point for fairy fantasy. This is a hard one. But I gotta go for the fairy fantasy because I'm just curious what in the heck that means. So final pick, fairy fantasy. Not sure what book I'm gonna end up with. Yay! But excited to find out.
All right, I am very excited about that. The book that you chose is Bing! Cruel Prince. Okay, the more that I thought about this, I know that my gut was saying that you would like the Grisha Trilogy more, but the more that I thought about like you being into Game of Thrones and being okay with characters that just weren't great, weren't nice people, I was like, you know what, this one is just, the world building is better, the characters I feel like are more multifaceted, and I just hope that he picks this one. So I'm so glad that you did. You should know that this is my 4th take trying to describe this book. I don't know what my problem is. All right. Okay, let me try again. So this girl, Jude, is the main character. She's immortal. She has a twin sister, also mortal. Their older sister is half fairy, half mortal. All right? So her fairy dad comes at the beginning of the book and murders their parents. Murders their parents for being angry at the mom for taking his daughter away. Then he kind of realized what he did, and he was like, well, I'm gonna take my daughter and I'm gonna take these 2 twins and raise them as my own. And he takes them into fairy. So these 2 twins that are mortal and their half sister who's half fairy and half mortal all get taken to fairy. And this is where Jude grows up. The whole time that Jude is in fairy, she wants to be respected. She wants to be liked by these fairies, but they're not the best people. They're not, okay? The main problem that people seem to have with this book is that there's not a lot of likable characters, which I completely understand. However, that's kind of why I liked it. Like, you found yourself rooting for people that really weren't the greatest, and it's kind of like, all right, like, this is different than something that I've read before. So it's not just about her making her way in fairy. There is this whole other plot line that happens with the crown, with the throne, but I'm not going to go into that because there's a lot of climax points that happen that could be a possible spoiler for, and I want you to enjoy those the same way that I did when I got to them because I wasn't prepared for them. All right, thank you for going out of your comfort zone and going for some fairy fantasy. I really hope you like this one. I hope you pick it up. I hope you read it. I hope you're all for it. Thank you so much for playing my game, and thanks to the rest of you for tuning in to Elise Reads and Speaks. I will catch you next time, guys. Bye!